Okay, this time I'm on the right road. I checked, double checked, and I'm doing it now. God freaking dang it. You know, I really don't like the fact that I accidentally picked Monstro by accident. Mainly because I thought, oh, I was selecting on the world that was in front of him, like that was behind him. I could have sworn I did. Unless I look back in the editing and then I'll just put a comment and say like, okay, that's BS if I did do that. But yeah, here it is. This is like the quickest way to do it. This thing's okay. Well, sort of. Atlantica. Atlantica is the one with the least amount of battle levels, so I'm going there first, I guess. Well, this one had less battle levels, so might as well do it. Even though I know this world a little bit better than the other world, it's better than nothing, I guess. I will say though, Atlantica as a world idea isn't bad. It's just not that great. It's not terrible. It's not the worst world I've ever been in, so you know, there's that. But I will say, in Kingdom Hearts 2, they really do make the next world that this world is in. They make the next version of Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 2 a little bit worse than this one, which is going to be a very big like surprise to most people. But or at least certain people think, well, it couldn't have been that bad. Oh, it technically is. But we'll get to Kingdom Hearts 2's Atlantica when we get to it. For now, Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 1 had promise, looked kind of cool, not that greatly executed, but it's not that bad. Like, a lot of people complain about Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't think it's that bad, especially this version, like, you know, the final mix version. But I will admit, Atlantica in the second game is worse. Or just a dumb world. You'll see what I mean. Guys, prepare for landing. Prepare for landing. Land where? In the sea? We'll drown. Technically there is land in this world, it's just we can't see it for some reason. And no, I'm not, and that wasn't an intentional joke, by the way. Also, there's bubbles coming out of the rocks. Not with my magic. We won't. Just leave it to me. It dices, it slices, it makes julienne fries. It slices, it dices, it has three different settings, and it makes julienne fries with... There's a phrase I'm trying to quote from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But anyway. So yeah, Donald's magic turned us into water animals. For some reason, Donald needed to be turned into an octopus. I know he's a... I know he's a... I know he's a duck. But, you know, he could have just added gills to himself, because he's technically water-bound anyway.
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right, Flounder?
I don't know. There's something weird about them.
Well...
what do you mean?
Goofy and Donald, yeah.
They do seem a little different. Where are you from?
Well, I have a dolphin butt, so...
kind of far away. And we're not really used to these waters,
Oh.
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
Ariel! King Triton would not like this!
Oh, don't worry.
Easy for you to say. Okay, it's time you learn how to swim properly. Okay, use left stick to swim around, circle to rise, square to dive, release to stop rising or diving. Practice swimming with the flounder, try to get him. Yeah, let's begin. Okay, look, this is what I was talking about when I said decent in execution, not that great in, decently. It's decent in execution, it's just not greatly made. In fact, you know what? Considering what Kingdom Hearts 3 has become, and especially certain clips I've seen of it, I think, you know, the whole fighting underwater mechanic could have actually been pretty cool if they built upon it. Kingdom Hearts 2 does not do this. The Atlantica does return in Kingdom Hearts 2, but they decided to change it. If you don't know what they changed it to, then I guess you don't know. But basically what they did was make it more of a, musical world, which kind of makes sense for Disney, but some of the other Disney worlds that weren't musicals didn't get that treatment, so that's weird. overall, though, like, if they did something more with this, made this more faster, like, allowed you to hit more combos and did other stuff that's cool, then, you know, I would have been okay with this returning as, like, a feature in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts anything. Kingdom Hearts 2, maybe 3. But, no, they didn't do this, because Atlantica has changed from, you know, this little underwater world, which I'm pretty sure was slower in the original, maybe, which would have been fine. Then it became a musical world in the second game, and now Ariel is just a summon in the third game, I believe. So, man, Atlantica got a real downgrade as each of the number series went along. I don't get why not hitting him doesn't make him move, but touching him does. Hey, he got caught up on the shell. For some reason, this thing's here. Dun 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 dun. The wonders done real, in the ocean floor.
No, let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Yeah?
Here comes the Heartless. And yes, those are Heartless, not jellyfish. There you go. So you can see the symbol on their foreheads.
Class is over. Good luck.
I kind of don't get why Sora has a dolphin butt for a tail. Like, I don't get it, but whatever. But I will say, technically, Sora doesn't look the weirdest out of all of them. Goofy definitely looks weird, and Donald just looks... He looks weird just because I'm pretty sure they remind him... He reminds the fish folk around here of a certain other person with octopus legs, but that's for a different time. Okay, yeah, I was thinking like, oh, do I need to open this? Yeah, you need to. I'm pretty sure she will tell you to do that. But for now, we can save here. So that's good. Those creatures chased us here. Oh no, those monsters might be heading for the palace too. We better head back right away. But what if we run into more on our way back? I'm sorry, but we need your help. Please come to the palace with us. Try markers on the walls point the way, there. We won't get lost as long as we follow them. Okay, let's get going. Yep, and Ariel now can be a part of our party. Which is kind of a shame, because it's like, she went from a party member to a character you couldn't play with at all. Well, you know, if you don't count rhythm mini-games. And then she became a summon. It's like she became so downgraded as the series went along. I'm pretty sure maybe they did more with Atlantica and Ariel in the second... No, not the second game, but one of the spin-offs. But still, it's like, yeah, Jesus Christ. It's like, if you look at it, it's like really depressing. Like, I don't mind underwater worlds and stuff as long as you're able to get through them fast enough. Like, there's certain levels in certain games that I like that actually do a whole underwater section pretty well. But it's really all dependent on how well you work them. But yeah, by the way, that's why I wanted to select Ariel, because her type of kit, or the way she plays, is very simple. She's able to perform all forms of magical spells, you know, similar to Donald. She's able to heal you, so she acts as a mage. That's her role, in all honesty. It's like, oh, she's a mage, that's it. I will say, she uses her fin attack a little bit too much. First, I gotta figure this out. Customize. Ariel, here we go. Okay, good. I understand, making her do certain things that she's not able to do. It's not that great, but in all honesty, I don't care. Yeah, okay. Just double checking something. I can't really perform Sonic Blade down here, so for now I'll equip those things. Yeah, okay, I'm just double checking. Do I need anything? Ariel has a lot of potions she just has on hand, so that's cool. Just in case for extra emergencies. Okay, I'm just double checking. Anything else? Wishing star, 3 wishes. You know what? I'm gonna switch back to 3 wishes because I want more attack, and I already did a full episode of me using it, technically. Well, it was a filler episode, but it counts. It counts. Real quick, talk about the characters. Ariel, Sebastian, and Flounder. I don't know why I went like that, but I know for a fact that, you know, Sebastian, unfortunately, isn't voiced by the same character here and there. Most of the Disney characters you hear are voiced either by regulars. Like, you know, like people who either voice their characters, voice those characters in other stuff, like animated series, other cartoons, other stuff. You know, all that type of nature. They're you know, regulars at Disney as voice actors go. But they're not the some of them aren't the voices of some of the characters. Like, the only one I can think of off the top of my head that is the voice is, of course, James Woods. He's playing Hades. But other characters, like, I'm pretty sure Hercules, and, I think Hercules, yeah, and also, you know, Phil, I think, like, you know, like, Pinocchio too, I believe, aren't voiced by their actual, like, original voice actors. They're voiced by people who do impressions of those guys close enough that they're just, you know, on retainer from Disney to do these types of things, like movies, TV shows, games, like this type of stuff. So there you go. I'm not saying they're bad voice actors, it's just that that's why, you know. Just so if anyone's confused or, you know, wants to hear that particular idea in mind. I will say, I think the voice actress for Ariel in this game is, in fact, the same voice actress that does Ariel in the Little Mermaid animated series. Because that's something else I didn't talk about with Aladdin, actually. Because, like, for a while, Disney really made, like, an animated series out of any of their, what do you call it, animated cartoons, no, movies, animated films, at the time of release. Like, I'm being serious.
Fire!
I'm being serious when I say that. It's like...
Stop! Fire!
Wait, what did I just get? Oh. I got a postcard? Is that really what I got? Okay. Oh yeah, right. Okay, I get it. Postcards, I'm guessing, can be found outside of Traverse Town. I always thought all of them could be found only in Traverse Town, actually. So I guess not. Okay, hold up. I know technically you can still do, like, magical spells underwater, and I just proved you could do a fireball spell. But I want my thunder back. I really miss it. I feel naked without it. I felt naked without it, like, when I wasn't able to learn it until now. And when I got rid of it, I felt even more naked. So it was double naked. Naked square. Butt naked. Anyway, real quick. Yeah, so the Little Mermaid had its own little animated series that basically just had Ariel as her mermaid form before she, well, you know, before she, I guess, went off with it, Eric, or maybe after. Well, it's kind of weird because it's like, it doesn't really specifically state when she became her own self thing, like when this was specifically set. But it does showcase her still as a mermaid, doing stuff, having adventures, and she does meet with humans, even though technically she's supposed to meet up with Eric. Eric is supposed to be the first human she's ever seen. Or maybe she's just attracted to them. I mean, she does see other things, I guess, some other humans. But I'm guessing this was different. Like, I don't know. It's a confusing, like, time for me to remember how specifically that animated series worked. Usually it's just, maybe it worked this way, or maybe it's this way that I remember it. Because it's really confusing for me.
Goofy!
I don't know. I don't know. I forget. But, other things to talk about, like, the other animated shows that I remember actually seeing, / there were some that I remember, were Aladdin. Aladdin had his own animated series, so that's interesting. Trying to specifically remember the name of some of them. Oh yeah, Hercules had his own animated series. By the way, Aladdin, the Aladdin series was just basically what happened after Jafar 2, you know, the Jafar movie 2, and just had Aladdin do, you know, adventure stuff with his girlfriend, Jasmine, and Genie as they travel around the world and do stuff. That's it, really. It wasn't bad, but it's just, you know, it's just, you know, something different. I don't know. I thought that animated series was all right, but it was fine. Not great, but it was fine. Also, there was a Timon and Pumbaa series based off of the Lion King's Timon and Pumbaa. So that's interesting that they did that for those two characters, I guess. Although weirdly enough, it's like the way they handled that one is just a comedy duo thing, just doing stuff. They literally just did, you know, just have Timon and Pumbaa fooling around, not really staying in character of the Lion King's world. Because, like, I remember a couple of episodes in which Timon and Pumbaa literally go out into cities, different places with houses and stuff. Even though it's supposed to be the Lion King where it's, like, in the savannah sort of thing. I understand, like, civilization could be nearby, but we only see, like, desert, sand, and also possibly paradises here and there. But by God, did they just not show everything else off that well. Well, not off well, they don't show that in the movies. So you kind of assume that the world of man is not close to Simba or any of the other characters, so there you go. I'm just saying it like, you know, just something I want to talk about. Oh yeah, and Hercules, the animated series, what basically it did was that it just had, it set Hercules, it set that particular animated series about Hercules after the movie, but it's a flashback sort of series. Basically what happened was that in the first episode, to, you know, introduce the rest of the series, Megra finds it's a girl in the movie that we didn't see in this game. We'll see her in the next one, but for now, she finds Hercules' old student ID, which is kind of embarrassing for him. And so he explains, like, where he got it from and his younger years before he became a hero. Like, before he met up with Phil. I believe the way it's handled in that way is that it's supposed to be like a collage story of what he did before he became a god. Maybe for his training with Phil, and also before he met Phil. Maybe on his journey to find Phil. Maybe that's the whole thing. Although it is a bit weird because, you know, Hades does get involved in the series a bit sometimes. So, like, it's kind of weird how he's involved with this whole thing. It's like, how is he able to do this if he doesn't know about Hercules until, like, way later in his life? And maybe they just say, fuck it, it doesn't matter. I don't know, I forget. In all honesty, I forget. But I do remember specifically, like, another animated series that didn't follow its canon at all. And it just decided, why not do something completely different from what's really, like, what the real movie was about. And that would be, I think, Tailspin, I believe it's called. The animated series stars Baloo from The Jungle Book, driving an airplane, and someone being on a team of characters that aren't related to The Jungle Book at all. Like, there's no, the Black Panther character, I forgot what his name was. There's no Mowgli, there's no Shere... Well, actually, there is Shere Khan sometimes. But there's no Kaa. Overall, it's just Baloo in his own little world doing stuff, which is weird. It's like, how is this connected to The Jungle Book? It's not. It has its own little story, things like that to it. Which I'm not saying is bad, it's just... you know, overall just kind of interesting. So I guess if you're into that, like, I'm not saying it was a bad show either. I actually liked the show. Because, like, I do remember watching reruns of it on, either Saturday mornings or Friday afternoons, something like that. It ran reruns on Disney Channel, from what I can remember. Well, not Disney Channel. I think it was the other one. What was it called? Well, whatever one it was at the time. Because, like, it changed from, like, Disney Channel to Disney Toon, or Toon Disney, to Disney X, to some other stuff, like Gen X, and then Disney XD. Like, there were differences of how that channel was changed and how it exactly was rebranded. And also the blocks on it. Does anybody remember Gen X? Anybody? Like, seriously. Like, does anyone remember that block channel thing? Basically, it was this thing where it's like, it tried to be hip and cool in its own way. And its symbol was just this weird metal one-eyed X thing that was supposed to have a circle body. Like, I might put an image on screen just to showcase it, maybe. But anybody remember that channel block? Because I do. Because, like, Jesus Christ. Like, I remember seeing it and then remembering it being replaced. I'm thinking, like, oh, okay. It's kind of sad, but, like, I liked it. And I liked the song that goes along with it. But other than that, nothing else really, like, stuck out to me too much. But anyway, yeah, so Baloo from Tailspin from the Jungle Book had his own little adventure. There were some other ones that did sort of that to some degree, but it was a lot different depending on who you ask and how it's handled. So, you know, there's that. But whatever. Whatever the case is, First. Okay, thank you, Ariel. Jesus, I hate when they go so far back you can't reach them. You see, this is what I'm talking about also, like the issue with this underwater world sort of thing. Like, the enemies can get either pushed back so far away you have to swim far towards them, or they get too much distance from you, so that way they're too fast for you to catch up to them, which can be somewhat annoying at times. So that's my issue with this world sometimes. I don't dislike it, it's just like not perfect, not great. And you know what, with Kingdom Hearts 3 and how it's handling its combat system, especially for a world I'd never thought would come back, you know, what was it? Oh yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean world. I never thought that world would ever return. In all honesty, I always thought it was just like, oh, it's a one and done world that's never coming back. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted, and then all of a sudden, bam, it comes back, and I'm like, really? You're bringing back that world? Okay, that's cool. With the way it handles its combat in that game, it looks really, really good. Like the return of Jack Sparrow and everything else is so good. I like, it's actually pretty good, and I'm like, I never knew I actually wanted this until now. Oh man, it's gonna be so cool seeing this again. Waya! Skadoosh! Skadoink! Yeah, take that! Thunder Jet. Okay, so these guys are resistant to thunder. Okay, I did not notice that the first time I shocked them, sorry. Sorry if I did that, Screwdriver. Sorry if I did that, and some people will say, no, you don't shock them. I just assume anything underwater will be weak to shocking, like my thunder spell, so sorry if I did that. Okay, now let's get out of here. We're being chased by a couple of things we just spent like a few minutes actually killing. Good shot, Zora.
Too close.
Oh no, that was King Trident. Well, thanks, King Trident. For the next bit of information...
As long as I have my trident, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
I'm wondering how many other people know about this particular piece of information.
Oh, Ariel, when Will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas,
Poseidon?
His Majesty King Triton.
Oh, okay. Wrong
Who are
deity.
they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
Yeah.
They don't look familiar.
We
We're
aren't.
from an ocean very far away.
Technically, yeah, actually.
We came to find the keyhole.
No.
What?
What's that?
Well, it's a...
There's no such thing. Certainly not here.
But Daddy...
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear?
What exactly is considered the palace? Because it's kind of like a lot of it is open. He definitely knows something that he's not telling us.
Perhaps I'm being too strict.
Yeah, you kind of are.
I'm just concerned for her safety.
I don't blame you, considering what happens, yeah.
Of course, Your Majesty. But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have
See?
you anything to report?
Just as you suspected, Your Majesty, they seem to be coming from Ursula's grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
You can't blame him. He's literally just a little crab. What do you expect him to do? God dang it. Okay, good. I'm wondering, can I go back? Because, like, there is some stuff there that I want to get. Slash, there's some stuff I just want to do here. Give me a second. There we go. Perfect. Here it is. This was what I was looking for, because it's literally a safe spot. So that's good. Ugh. Okay, nothing else? No? Okay, okay. You know, you'd think, considering of what Trident knows, he'd comment on the fact that Sora has this sword thing in hand. But he'll comment on it later. So, for now, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway. You'll understand what I mean when we get to that point, but let's actually get out of here and... Man, this guy is gonna be super dead once he's stuck. Run, please. Like, see, I love doing that to enemies. It's just like... It's so visceral and satisfying seeing them and then... Poof, die. Come to my grotto. I want something to show you. There it is, see? Hey, look, a dolphin. See, look, that's cool that you can do that. It's like you can nearly kill an enemy in one hit with that. Or at least the bigger ones. But yeah, for those of you curious, that one was a big jellyfish herd. If you allowed it to live a little bit longer, and or if a specific one comes out, there's some specific ones, but sometimes when you perform certain actions, I don't know. Okay, basically those things, if they are allowed to stay long enough, slash if they don't die quick enough, those big heartless jellyfish will spread out to spread out to make more jellyfish. Yeah, heartless resembling jellyfish, you receive damage from colliding it. They move slow but break up into many sea neons. If struck, they fling their tentacles away. Yeah, basically. So they make more of these things if they get the chance to break up. So I guess if you're quick enough, you can cause them not to break up. But yeah, King Trident. I'm pretty sure he's not a Greek deity, I think. At least I don't think so. Because I know of Neptune, Poseidon, but I've never heard of Triton. Well, I've heard of Triton before, but only in certain, like, smaller places. So, I'm not sure about that, actually. Can anyone explain, like, Triton and whether or not he's a fictional character made into existence, you know, because of the Little Mermaid, or maybe he's an actual, like, deity? Maybe he's, like, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be, like, a character-esque, but he's a famous character in his own right, but I don't think he's, like, a mythological character. At least I don't think that's the case. Real quick, let me show you something. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the dolphin ride thing. You grab onto the dolphin, and he just basically does that for you. You're supposed to ride onto him a little bit later on, but that's just a mechanic I just want to show you because they don't technically tell you about that, but it's something to keep in mind, I guess. I don't know, I think it's interesting. It looks fun, but it's, you know, just interesting. That's it, really. And here's Ariel's grotto, which you think would be more or less found out because of, like, the sea roof. But anyway, look at all the wonderful things Flounder and I've collected. I think it's all from the outside world. Someday, I'm going to see what's out there. I want to see other worlds. Does that sound strange? No, not at all. Yeah, Sora would definitely, like, agree with that type of statement. Or at least he'd, like, understand it. I used to feel the same way. Used to? I mean, I still do. Yeah, technically he's already seen worlds. And considering how, like, all of this is built up, and considering Kingdom Hearts 3, I think Sora has seen enough worlds. Yeah, I think he's like, oh man, I've seen enough worlds. I just want to take a break and not have PTSD. Like, I have no idea if that's actually a plot point in Kingdom Hearts 3 yet. Hey, why don't we try looking for that keyhole you were talking about? But your father said... Oh, he treats me like a little girl. He never wants to let me do anything. Technically speaking, you're 16 years old. Yes, she's 16. No, like, I don't know. Technically, she's, like... Actually, I don't know. I think the legal age in America for sexual conduct is 18. But 16 years old is the age usually a lot of teens usually, well, not, you know, usually young adults usually go through a sort of midlife puberty sort of thing. Usually it's 13 to 16, so there you go. But I think the legal age for anything is, at least in, what do you call it? Legal age to do anything with a teen is around 18 years old. Although in Japan, it's lower than that. But, I know what you're saying. Wasn't this version the animated movie of Little Mermaid made in America? Yes. And that's why they never tell you Ariel's age in the movie. Because they knew, considering that they made it look sexy, you know, trying to show her naked and, you know, silhouette, but still naked. That's why they didn't tell anyone her age in the movie. But that's a different story for a different time. Actually, I'm not sure how old Eric is in the movie. How old is he, actually? Is he older or is he old? Like, is he really old or is he older? I can't remember, actually. Anyway. He just doesn't understand. He doesn't understand, man. Considering of what you get yourself into, it's kind of... It kind of makes sense. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Sorry, Ariel. I gotta open some of these up and get some of this loots. I need my loots. But yeah, this is a quick little like, oh hey, let me steal some of your junk. But also, yeah, another torn page. Usually most of the torn pages are gathered through those big chests, so I might have gotten a chest and just forgotten when I got it. Like, I could have sworn, like, I didn't see it. I might have, like, skimmed over it, I guess. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how I missed getting a torn piece. Like, a torn piece of paper. Like, how'd I not see that? Well, whatever the case is. Oh, here we go. I was like wondering, I'm pretty sure there's another chest I can get stuff from. There it is. But so far with all the bosses that have been happening, or some certain other things, I think I've been doing decently enough to where it at least makes up for my poor like showmanship over at the Coliseum beforehand. He's like, I have no idea what the hell happened there, because it's like, oh hey, this is like so great, and then all of a sudden, pow! I do so terribly, and then I don't know what happened. Anyway, there's this really big fish who can swim against the current. Because he's scared of those weird things swimming around, so if we chase them away, I think the big fish will play with us. Maybe if you grab onto him, he'll take you somewhere. Yeah, that's basically what it means. Like, if you find the dolphin, you have to get rid of all the other Heartless in the area before they do anything. Before he does anything.
Those impudent fools will never find the keyhole.
Well, we kind of found it, but
the girl could prove useful, and I've got the Heartless on my side.
yeah.
Triton, my old friend, your day is coming.
That was a sudden cut, but okay. I think there's specifically a way to do this. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, and maybe I'm wrong. Okay, there's a way to do this. Like, I'm pretty sure you press down, right? Anyway, I think there is a specific way we're supposed to go in order to find the key hole, but first we gotta deal with this. Jesus Christ. Come on, hit it! Hit it as much as you can. Hit it in the mouth, hit it in the eye, hit it in the face so you can't see. Hold up. Yeah! Take that. Okay, maybe they somewhat explain the mechanics of dolphin riding a bit here. But seriously, who's to expect to actually know about it right off the bat? Or at least to talk to Flounder of all people to talk about this. I don't know, it just feels kind of weird, like, maybe it's something you can be missable instead, like, of being told directly. But it is an important mechanic that can be missed if you don't look for it. Or you don't ask Flounder. Like, seriously, if you don't ask him, you could miss out on that little detail, and then you'd be stuck hours upon hours trying to figure out how to get this dolphin to do what you want it to. But yeah, the dolphin really doesn't do anything in this area, at least. Not yet. I'm guessing there's something you need to do. I'm guessing either more enemies to kill, I guess. Is there? Doesn't seem like it. Nope, okay. I'm guessing not. Oh well. It's a quick way to get around this area at least, but I think there is a dolphin in the next area, I believe. The area we're supposed to go. Actually, let me go this way because everything leads to this anyway. So give me a second. Yeah, I didn't go to here. Oh. Right, I didn't actually go here. Did I? Can I get the... Jesus, why couldn't I grab it before? Okay then, I guess. Like, I have no idea what the hell happened here. Like, why couldn't I grab that, and what was the point of that? Oh well. We'll never know. We'll never know. No. Like, I honestly don't know what was the point of that. Oh, Jesus. There we go. You see what I mean? If you kill them fast enough, they don't spawn in their little jellyfish things. But if you don't do it fast enough, they'll basically, you know, outright just kill you. Ugh. Come on. Die already. I'm gonna have to split this episode up into 2 parts regardless. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm splitting a couple of these episodes into 2 parts. I thought maybe if I was quick enough, I could finish a good amount of these episodes off in just 1 part, at least some of the worlds, but I guess not. That's what I get for overestimating Kingdom Hearts, or underestimating it? I'm guessing the correct term is neither, I guess. I have no idea which word to say. Hold up, there we go, and anything else? There we go, Frost Gem. There we go. I was like wondering. Okay, maybe the dolphin's still here, and maybe he'll finally go somewhere if I'm done killing these guys, I think. Okay, maybe this'll work. The way I think it does, at least. Okay, yeah. Okay, damage them slightly and then just kill them or stop them before they can split apart and then kill them with the full power. I think that's how that works. Is the dolphin still here? Hello? Dolphin? I'm guessing he left. Okay. Not saying that's a bad thing, just, okay. I would have been like to know, at least. But I think he went this way. Oh, this thing.
Here.
Hold up. Okay.
Stop. Here. Stop.
Yeah, okay, that was what that mushroom was for, I guess. Okay, to really explain real quick, those things usually do stuff, and then the big mushroom appears, and you're supposed to do something with them. This one in particular is just like, oh, hit these mushrooms, or just use your stop spell on these mushrooms, and then use your ultimate stop spell on this big mushroom, and then hit it as much as you can, within the time limit your first spell does. You can't stack your spells on top of each other for some reason, but whatever. Yeah, now bring it. Come on. Attack him. There we go. Hello?
Thunder! Heal! Here! Deep freeze! Fire! See ya!
Okay, yeah, I was like wondering, there's a way to make those things blow up. And this is the shortcut from this area to this area, guys. I know what I'm doing. Well, I know vaguely what I'm doing. It's mainly due to memory. And I did remember that. I was thinking like, okay, those things are important for this particular thing. For one thing in particular, which is basically just, you know, what's the word? Just doing it, I guess. Not doing it in that way, just literally just doing this, I guess. You get my point. You're supposed to do this because it's supposed to help you. So you get my point, you get my point. They're important to your goals because of that. So if you see any more of those things where it's like, oh, it's an urchin on the wall, either attacking it enough times or casting enough spells at it will cause it to basically explode. So there you go. I think you need fire spell, maybe. I think it's the fire spell that activates that. At least I think so. Like, I could be wrong, maybe it's not a fire spell that you need to do that with. But whatever the case is. But whatever the case is, it's still something you need to watch out for. Okay, come on, just die already. Come on, die already! Yeah! Yeah! That would have been cool if he attacked at the same time and caused, like, them to clash with each other, like a full frontal clash. That would have been funny. But, no, that's not the case. Okay, yeah, the dolphin's here. God. Can you just die already? Can you guys just leave us alone? I'm trying to... Well, I need to get rid of all the Heartless in this area before the dolphin feels comfortable enough to do this. Yeah, these guys are bigger than before. Like, I was like wondering, do these things, like, there's sometimes I notice that there's some of these divers that look a little bit bigger than before. Does anyone else notice that? I'm not sure whether or not these guys are stronger than the other divers, but they seem to command somewhat strength, I guess. At least I think that's the case. I have no idea.
Here! Come on!
Jesus, how many more of these things are there? Seriously, I've been killing about 6 of these within 3 minutes. And I get a breather. Okay, is that all of these things? Now where are you, dolphin boy? Dolphin man, I need you to take me by the hand. Okay, there we go. Okay, are you gonna go where I think you're gonna go? Hopefully. I cleared out everything, right? Okay, yeah, here you go. Here you go.